Post-game with the Colonels, Bryant Johnson with Adam Tarver following win number 7 on the season for the sophomore righty. You get a 9-8 win, but your 4 innings of relief, they all looked differently based on the reality in the game. It was 8-5 Incarnate Word when you first arrived. Take me through each inning and your mindset based on the reality at hand.
Well, coming in the beginning, I was just trying to do my job and keep us in the game, like put up a big zero. I didn't put up a zero. They scored a run, but I mean, we have faith in all our offense, and they just produce runs.
Not only are they ready to produce runs, but clutch at-bats and big moments provided by Chet Nicholls and Alex Tucker. Then you turn around, it's the 9th inning, and you're not in a position to get a save, but you're going into your 4th full inning as a reliever in today's game. And you'd mentioned maybe high school. That was the last time that you found yourself pitching 4 straight innings, knowing what was at stake. A series win, your 17th home win in 22 games. What would it have taken for you not to finish that 9th inning?
Oh, it would have taken a lot, but all that's not on my mind when we go out there. It's just competing with every pitch. Every pitch matters, and just go out there and just giving it your all every time.
I look back to the start of the season for you, and 3 of your first 4 appearances were Wake Forest, Houston, UL, and then that 4th one was against LSU. When you succeed against big opponents, how does that affect your confidence?
I mean, I don't really look at the opponents when I'm pitching. I just go in there and I try to do my job and just to give the team the best situation to be successful.
You know, the last time we did this interview, you had teammates throwing sunflower seeds at you and messing with you a little bit, but you had said, hey, this is what I love about being with this team is we know how to win, we know how to have fun. It's good to be able to be a little loose after a tough week and some struggles on the road. Assess where your team is at. You're 15 games into the conference schedule. You're right where you want to be. You're 7-8 on the year in the Southland Conference play. What can we look for the next 15?
Definitely competing hard, and we're going to get clicking the right time. That's all about getting hot at the right time and playing together, and we're going to do some good things.
What do you think about this Easter egg hunt going on behind you in the outfield?
This Easter egg hunt, I mean, it's always good to have little kids coming to the ballpark, I guess, supporting us.
You're so upset you have to do this interview with me right now. You want to be out there. I don't want to hold you any longer. I saw you placed one deep in that left field corner just for you. Nobody has found it. Your secret's safe with me. Go get it, Adam. Congrats on the one.
Money in there.
Adam Tarver, he locks up his 7th one of the year, and the Colonels pick up the victory. Nicholls wins it, makes it 9-8. You delivered the big blow that knotted things up at 8. Just walking us through that at bat and what was at stake. It's 8-6. You've got runners aboard. What did you see?
I mean, bases were loaded. I knew they were going to be going for the punch out or the ground out. So, I mean, I just really fought hard. And I got behind 0-2, but I fouled off some tough pitches and then was able to kind of flip one over third. But it was just staying with it all game, staying with the approach. My teammates were able to pick me up when I wasn't able to get it done. I had guys tell me that I was going to come back in a big situation, and it happened. So, I mean, it might have happened for me, but I couldn't have done it without those guys.
For about 99.8% of the pitches this year, you've been the catcher for the Colonels. And then you have a game like today where there's 60 pitches in the first 2 innings. You're getting beat up behind home plate, and you deliver the biggest hit of the game. Compare and contrast that reality as a catcher, that you've got to deal with some long innings, your body's getting beat up, but you still have to step up on offense when that moment arrives.
Yeah, I mean, whatever I can do on offense is great, but being a leader defensively and keeping runs from scoring and being a wall back there and being good for the pitching staff is way more important. So I take a lot of pride in defense and running the pitching staff. So it's just nice to see some success on offense happen. And when it does, I mean, I can't complain at all, you know.
Colonels win the series against Incarnate Word. They win 9-8 on a Saturday afternoon and Easter weekend. When you've got a sophomore pitcher like Adam Tarver that's cruising but had some hiccups early in the 6th inning, allowed an unearned run to score, you kind of stayed off in the 7th, 8th, and 9th and let him fight through some of those struggles. How do you make that decision as a catcher, when to go have a word with a young pitcher and when to let them kind of figure it out on their own?
I mean, that just comes with knowing your staff and knowing what kind of guy that's on the mound. I know Adam Tarver, he's a feisty one, he's a warrior, and he knows he can get it done, and he's very confident. And that's why I will kind of stay off of guys like that and let them feel it out and do their own thing. Some guys, I have to be in their back pocket all the time, kind of guiding them through the game. But it just that's what I love about our pitching staff and knowing the staff is being able to know what guys need and what is successful for each guy.
What did you sense from Justin Holt when he brought the team together and had a moment of motivation going into the most critical couple innings in this game?
It was huge. I mean, I said it after the game that this team isn't the same without Justin Holt, on or off the field. He's the heart and soul of this team, honestly. And without him, I don't know what would have happened. I don't know if I would have liked to seen what happened, but he had a huge hand in that win and a huge hand in the dugout and everybody. Just he's one of a kind, you know.
Well, congrats on the victory and a huge 2-strike, 2-out hit to tie the game up. Relax, enjoy your off day, and we'll see you Tuesday in Biloxi.
Sounds good. Good seeing you, Brian.
Alex Tucker and the Colonels, they win at 9-8. Let's hear from Coach Thibodeau. Coach, you're doing a great job balancing this win while also watching your daughter enjoy Easter egg hunt. It's the fun that can happen after a series victory and a big win against Incarnate Word. You're now 17-5 at home. This one wasn't easy, but there's a lot that you can like about the way your team closed the series.
Yeah, our backs were against the wall a little bit, and down 7-1, some things weren't going our way, and every baseball was bouncing against us. And our guys never really panicked at all. I think that you saw a sense of urgency come around a little bit, and we answered right away, and some tremendous leadership in there, and finding a way to win on the toughest day of the week and in a tough moment was a total tribute and the tip of the hat to our players.
Split this game in half for me. The first 4 innings, a lot of pitches, fell behind, but then you finished the final 4 innings from Adam Tarver and some of the biggest hits of the season in pressure-packed moments.
Yeah, Mike Hansher just wasn't it, so we got to get him going again. He's important, and I could see him trying to, not play to win, but trying not to make mistakes up there and kind of, not himself a little bit and falling behind in counts and certainly going to their advantage. But we kind of flipped the switch a little bit and turned some things around, went to the pin. And then, we weren't going to waste any time with Adam Tarver, and especially in that situation. We we're going to leave him in the bullpen because he was frustrated after what happened last night. And we had a feeling, just based on his body language and his frustration, in a positive way, we knew he was going to respond from it because that's the kind of kid he is. But just to kind of see the guys deliver like they did and come up clutch. And, Chet was kind of struggling a little bit this series. And, we had a small conversation in the dugout about tightening some things up and shortening some things up and go back to your strength again and fight for line drives and not lift. And he had some big blows, some huge RBIs, and he just kind of had a feeling Alex Tucker was going to do something for his team. And he was getting beat up today, getting hit by some pitches, catching back there. He's caught a bunch of innings, and but he was a tremendous leader when it absolutely mattered the most. And so a total, tip of the hat to our guys. It doesn't matter who we're playing or where we're playing or what we're doing. Just the way they responded today in the toughest of moments speaks volumes about our players.
Set the stage for next week, and you've got 3 games against Southeastern, and there's still a lot left to assess, and you've got a non-conference game on Tuesday. But considering what's at stake, 5 more conference series, you're halfway through the conference schedule. What needs to happen moving forward?
Well, we need to continue doing what we're doing successfully and stay away from the harm. And we've put ourselves in harm's way a little bit over the course of the last month. We had some players out and some other guys trying to figure themselves out, and the lineups had to switch a little bit. We had some sore arms here and there. Bullpen's been taxed a little bit with so many games played. And now we have a couple of days off before we play again. And it's exciting to go play a great opponent on Tuesday in a beautiful venue. But more importantly, it's important for our guys to understand the time of the year that it is now. And we're halfway through the season, the conference season, and it's not quite where we want to be, but it really is about finishing the right way and putting ourselves in great position for the postseason and playing our best baseball down the stretch. We haven't played our best baseball yet, and maybe something like today will get us going the way we need to be.
How many Easter eggs do you think your daughter came up with?
Oh my goodness, she had to go after the farthest one possible, so she fell behind in the lead a little bit because she sprinted after the furthest one possible, and everyone was snatching the other ones while she was trying to find the hardest one, of course. But
I saw your hitting coach had the stopwatch out and was like, man, she's flying down the first base line.
She flew out there pretty good, and then she ran out of gas when she got to the 370 sign out there. So of course she wouldn't get the toughest one, but I think it's her 4th one in the last 3 days, and she's got a few more ahead at home, so she's got more eggs to pick. I think she's probably exhausted right now.
Hey, well, go celebrate the weekend, and we'll see you Tuesday night.
Thank you so much.
Seth Thibodeau and the Colonels, they're 20-18 on the year, and they're up to 17-5 at home following a thrilling comeback against Incarnate Word.